Hey everyone. I just got through watching this movie called One Night in Miami, and when I tell you this movie rattled my cage, it shook my thought process up on everything. Um, the one message that I got from this movie that spoke louder than anything was retaining a relationship even though there are differences. Um, these guys showed a level of brotherhood that I have probably never seen in a movie. I've never seen in real life. Um, you had four guys from four different walks of life, four different paths, and they found a way to come together as brothers. And it just like spoke really loud to me. And I think that's one message that is not being preached enough in today's society. I mean, you talk today, you talk bad about me, you talk against me, I got to end you. Whether it's kill you, uh, in your career, in your life, it's just that's the message that's being put out there today, and it's not a message of brotherhood. I mean, you had Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, Sam Cooke, four different guys that, I mean, they had times where in the movie they were arguing with each other. They had heated arguments, heated discussions, and they still found a way to fix it so the night wouldn't end, so their relationship wouldn't end, so their friendship wouldn't end, so their brotherhood wouldn't end. And honestly, I think this is a great movie. I think every man should watch it, whether you white, black, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, whatever you are. I think every man should watch that movie and see that is like a real example of how brothers, men should be with each other. I have brothers that I don't talk to, whether they blood brothers or just brothers that I've gained over time. And watching this movie, it made me think like, damn, James, you know, maybe you need to reconsider the way you approach these things and the way you handle them. Pushing someone away is not always the best way to handle conflict. Um, I mean, when I tell you this movie was great and it spoke loudly to me, it spoke very loud to me. You know what I'm saying? You had a scene in the movie where, Jim Brown was, at the height of his career, he was recognized as the best player in the NFL, and he goes home to visit, I guess, one of the white guys that his family's known for a lot of years, and this guy had like a humongous house on a lot of land, and Jim Brown walks up, and the man's daughter is just excited to see him, you know, and then the guy comes out, and he's excited, older white guy. Jim Brown sits, they talk, like they best friends. And the guy, Jim Brown expresses to the guy like, hey man, everybody doesn't receive me. Everybody doesn't think I'm great. And the guy was like, oh man, that's an old way of thinking. There are crabs in the barrel. And Jim Brown, like he kind of sued Jim Brown. And by the end of the conversation, the guy was like, well, I got to get up and get out of here. I got to move some furniture around. I love you, man. I'll talk to you later. Jim Brown was like, you got to move furniture. You should let me help you. And the man looked at him with a straight face like, man, we don't allow niggas in our house. And the guy hugged Jim Brown and sent him on his way. And I think Jim Brown at that point realized, like, this fame junk for the birds. Everything is phony. People really have their mindset on what they think about me, regardless of how famous or how great I perform for them. And I think that was one thing that all of them had a problem with. They were performing for whatever their respective groups was, and they wasn't accepted the way they thought they should have been. So, this movie spoke loudly to me, man. I mean, it's a great movie. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called One Night in Miami, and I'm telling you, it's a great movie. I think a lot of people should watch it. Not only did it give me, some insight on how a man should move, but how a brother should, you know, be a brother. Um, I got some insight on Malcolm X and Sam Cooke. And not much on Muhammad Ali. He's always the same character in every movie. But, Jim Brown, I got some insight on him as well. But it's a great movie, and I think a lot of people should watch it. So I got on here to speak about it because I really felt like people should watch this movie. So it's a great movie. I don't know if it would be considered a family movie. I would watch it with my family, but, to each his own. So it's a great movie, and I think you should watch it. This is not the normal type of video that I would put on my YouTube channel, but, you'll get some of these every now and then that's off subject, But I thank y'all, and I appreciate y'all, and I think you should like, subscribe, and share my videos. This video, not so much, but, my other videos where I'm talking about dialysis and medical issues, I think those videos should get out into the world to help somebody. Because as I said before, when I started out, I didn't have any help. I had no instructions on how to deal with all of this. So I just don't want everybody to go through the same thing that I went through. So like, share, subscribe to my videos. I have my Cash App information if you want to donate to making this cause keep going. And I appreciate y'all. And y'all have a good night. One Night in Miami. Great movie.